Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019, Pro Cyclist Stage Racer, episode number 18. We head into our first race of the season, the Ciclista Mallorca 4-stage race. Stage 1, though, is just a sprint stage, so not much action happening early on. But this race will definitely pick up for us, beginning with stage number 2, a pretty serious climb halfway through, and then a bit of a climb to the end. That'll definitely suit us. Hills on stage 3, again suited towards us, and a sprint stage on the final stage number 4. Now, before we jump into it, though, some quick news. Sadly, it deleted it. I didn't try to delete it, but the game a little buggy at times on how it handles messages. But anyway, unfortunately, Paris-Nice, our big race of the season that we were signed up for, our big target for this period, the team ended up not getting an invite. So our team did not get into Paris-Nice, therefore we will not be able to participate in that one. So our next hope is the Ciclista Catalunya. So we're hoping to get into that race. If we do not, well, that's a distinct possibility. We'll lose out on that one as well, but at least we'll have Tour Oman. But that could mess up that first fitness peak big time, rendering that whole period useless now to us. So we were definitely focused on that. If we lose Catalunya, you can see this whole part of the calendar will be completely blank. And I've already used the points. I used up quite a few points adjusting our calendar around some certain events. At least one of those will happen. We got into the Volta Comunitat Valenciana. So we will have some additional races. We definitely did. I think we added 3 and removed 2 races from the calendar. But we'll deal. We'll make do with what we have. It's actually good to see that, unlike in years past, the team just automatically has all these races that they're invited to. Not the case. As a Continental Pro team, we've got to earn invites to those events. And it's possible that it's not going to happen, and that's very much what we're seeing right now. So my team, it looks like Jonathan Lastra is coming into this with the objective. So objective panning out here. Okay. So there is a bonus for objective now. What the heck? This game just keeps throwing curveball after curveball. So objectives do have a bonus. I've been asked of that, and it's never had it before, but objectives do have bonuses. So you get a +1 for that. But meanwhile, the preparation has a bigger impact than the objective. So I'd still go with setting the objective later. Alright, well, this one is a sprint stage, so not much action for us. The stage racer will jump in to the end of this one. This season, I'm going to see a lot more of the World Tour teams than I did last season. Main reason for that, as a top Continental Pro team, we're going to be involved in the upper level Pro Continental races. So, with that, you get a lot of World Tour teams at those events. For example, this race that we're involved in right now, there are 10 World Tour teams here. 10. And unlike previously, where if you do see the occasional World Tour team, for the most part you saw limited appearances of better riders. Very limited. I mean, we saw Caleb Ewan a few times. We saw Michael Matthews a few times. But for the most part, you don't see the team's best riders at the small races we were involved in. That's going to be less the case this season. We're going to start seeing a lot bigger names more frequently, bigger teams more frequently. Instead of 1, 2, or 3 World Tour teams showing up at races, we're going to get like we have here. We're going to see 10, and occasionally we're going to get invited to the bigger races, and we'll see all 18. So the competition is going to be much tougher this year. As a result, Peloton's going to be moving a lot faster, a lot harder. Now, I'll get the leader role fairly often, as I'm a strong climber, a strong time trialist, but I'm still destined for difficulties early on in this season for 2 reasons. 1, I have a flat rating of 62, and 2, I have a resistance rating of 63. And 2.5, I won't call it 3 because it's not really worthy of 3 because most of the time it doesn't have a major effect, but stamina, 63. Now, unlike last season, I'll be able to avoid the cobbled races for the most part, so my cobble rating won't matter as much anymore. My sprint rating won't matter as much. We're not normally going for stage victories. We're not trying to sprint. We're trying to outlast on climbs or beat out on time trials. Downhill rating, it's not great, but it won't affect me as much either. But really, the 2 that are going to hurt me early on until they bump up a bit is the flat and resistance ratings. So I need to get those up. I should level up tomorrow with the turn of the month. So hopefully it'll come with a bit of a resistance boost. If I get even just a plus 2 or 3, we'll be that much better off. But that's still going to hold us back a lot here early on. We're down to 25k on this initial flat stage, so let's speed it up. You can see Nikki Terpstra has been in the breakaway, Antoine Deschênes in the breakaway, so there's definitely some quality even just in the break. And we're seeing a split as we're down to 6k to go. I do have leader outsider status at an objective of top 15 for the overall race. And it's going to be a difficult objective to hit, even though this is the kind of race that suits me, just because of the flat and resistance ratings. Now, if I have team support like I don't have, heck, I just lost it with 3k to go. Bad timing for that, but I'm okay for stage number 1 here.
There goes the sprint. The strongmen are giving their all.
There's the sprint, and we're going to be top 15-ish.
Teamwork really paid off, and there's
Ernesto Del Mar for the win for EF Education first. Marcel Kittel takes 2nd on the stage. Julian Alaphilippe is 6th. Mike Tunison there in 9th.
We're waiting for the tail enders who continue to arrive.
Nasser Bouani 13th. A pure sprinter 13th. That's what we're facing here. I took 19th on the stage ahead of Marc Soler, but you could just see a few names popping up in there of guys that I'm going to have to go up against in this race. So top 15 is and could be a big challenge for us to get. So I might come up a bit short of the objective, but we'll give it our best. Aberasturi for the team took 10th. I took 19th. Lastra took 24th. See a few other names here. Landa, Dombrowski are here. Lutsenko is here. Taylor Finney, a sprinter who took 36th. Well, not a pure sprinter, but he's occasionally involved. Part-time sprinter. Bad. Boo. Alright, let's see if we get that level up, huh? Give it to me. Give it to me. Boom. February 1st. There it is. Level 10. Skill point and attribute improvement. Next level is only skill point. So let's see what we have. Resistance +2, stamina +2, a flat rating +1. We can get mountain and hills if we go puncher. Classics not necessary. Endure, I'd get 2 on the flat. That's not a bad thing. Stage races, no flat bonus if we go that way. 2 to mountain, 1 to hills. Climber. Dang it. That time trial and prologue are nice, but I might go with the climber rating as I get better stamina, better acceleration. Or do I? Yeah, 1 more. I don't need a lot of acceleration, that's okay. Time trial's gonna come with flat, but no mountain rating. Puncher does give me both and flat. And a lot of acceleration. Okay, so stamina's 1, downhill's 1. This is a tricky one. I can get 2 mountain, and that definitely suits me and my role as a stage racer. Don't need to be a punchy climber. That's not my target. I think this is our way to go. Back to stage races for this one. That is a big boost. Level 10 was a massive one for us. We're going to take that fitness peak, finish that off. From there, we'll finally branch out, have a new area to go after. Willpower could be the next one, but might not be. We'll see what that shows up as. It always changes a day later. This is seen as a mountain stage. Not sure why. I think this would be more of a hill stage, just based on the short finish and only 1 actual climb on the day. But it should be quiet early on, so let's go ahead and jump in just before this climb. Back a little early, but this has been an action-packed stage already with the constant undulation.
Appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
The pressure from the field has always been present, and the break started much larger than this and never fully came together. There was a chase group that never latched on, and you can see the break right now is attacking itself towards the top of this climb. Of course, they're fighting for points here, as was that Ede who went over the top? It was Nicholas Ede and William Barta, top 2 over the top. So Barta hangs on to the lead in the classification as Ede is 2 points shy. But the group has been thinning out more and more and more. The chase group was down to just 1 rider, finally now reeled in. The front group, what's left of it here as they start coming back together, 4 riders now, 1 30 seconds behind. He's closing them in, so he might be able to get back on. For them, it's almost 2.5 minutes to the back. Finally, their battle has let up, and they've really sat up a little bit, but that lead, just like that, is already down to 2 minutes. So there's a good chance that they will not get anywhere near that next climb, that Category 2 climb, towards the front. Now with my level up, things are looking really good at the moment because, well, one, I've got 99% fitness. Two, added to that, I have a +2 race day condition today. So looking very strong. Now the unfortunate thing for me is the team expectations are very high, considering that Lopez, Thomas, Port are all here. Izagira, there are definitely names much bigger than myself present at this race, and yet somehow the expectation is still there from the team. So a little surprised by that. I do have a 76 average now, and with that +2 race day condition, feeling good. Today I've got an 81 mountain rating, an 80 hill rating, 75 acceleration. Stamina's a 69 today. Not that matters. This stage is like right at the edge on that one. But resistance, a 70 today is good. The recovery is a 79 today, so it's good. But still, a 70 resistance is still not good enough. So ultimately, I'm going to go for the Guillaume Martin kind of effect. A Continental Pro rider who is clearly a good young rider, good in the mountains, but still not someone that is taken seriously by the riders in the peloton. They look around and go, "Hey, good job, kid." But that's kind of how the field treats him as now. When he goes up the road, they go, "Yeah, that's fine. We'll catch you later," and they do. They ultimately catch him, but he ends up with a decent position overall, just because he's allowed to make such moves, and nobody really covers him on those. I mean, he was in the break a couple of times. We can see the field is definitely picking up the pace here. Those 4 riders left, well, they're right there. They're going to get reeled in here pretty quickly. We are just on the base of the climb already, and they're down to 40-something seconds, so here we go. Peloton shrinking quickly, 99 riders. I'm surprised how fast it's going down. Now, unfortunately for me, I do not have support right now. I need to take care of that Lastra, or they're both right here. So how about we do it this way? You're going to relay to the front. Can you come up quietly and simply and not like race to get up there? I don't want you to actually relay. I'm going to have you protect me. But I want you to make a gentle... Yeah, there you go. Heart rate not climbing too fast here. Oh, there's Restrepo, but Restrepo's pretty tired. So Lastra and Aaron Burrow clearly... Oh, Aaron Burrow's coming up himself. Well, let's get you up there anyway. Bring you up into a much better position and then have you cover down. Guys are definitely going out the back. Aberasturi, Mora, Beck, all out the back already. Aaron Burrow lost a lot of energy getting up there to protect me, sadly. That's why Lastra I'm trying to bring up at a much more gentle pace. Now, let's set you to maintain position. I want you to hold that position. Meanwhile, I'm holding just fine. Omar Frele is the one working. Toll Hook working. Chirico, who I vaguely know. There's Fulsang, that's one of the favorites. Definitely one of the stronger riders than myself. Peloton is getting decimated quite quickly on this climb. 47 riders. Just 2 left now off the front. They're down to just 30 seconds. I could pick up some really big points at the top of this climb if I so choose. And right now I am hanging on. Lastra, that 80 is not quite strong enough right now. A little more to stay up there. 2K. And just one rider left off the front. And he's about to get pulled in. I don't want to attack hard here, but I'd like to pick up some points. 35 riders is all that is left. 1.3, and now with the brake caught, the pace is slowed up quite a bit. 900 meters, 800 meters. I'm going to accelerate just a little bit here. 600 meters, 500 meters, and a little attack, and ease off. Awesome. At the moment, I'm actually 8 seconds ahead, but we'll sit up. I'm not winning from here. There we go. Back in the group. And I just picked up 10 points.
We'll soon know the final outcome.
Get myself into that mountain climbers competition very easily. Lastra is the only one left. I'd rather have you protecting me instead of relaying, so please do so. Erebro dropped just before the top, but he's just like that, 50 seconds behind. He might get back on board. Restrepo's 5.5 minutes behind. He will not catch back up. So it's 28 riders here in the peloton. 1 rider behind. 5 riders behind Erebro now joining them. Those 5 riders, I think they'll get back on, but that should be it because it's a single chase guy almost 3 minutes behind from there. So those 5 right there, they'll make contact. Maybe. Ooh, we're about to head uphill again. I don't know how much they've recovered. That final climb, pretty short. You can see that sprint point is 16K before the finish. So that is definitely less than 5K. It's maybe a 4-kilometer climb. And it's steep, but not crazy steep. Oh, there you go. Those guys did make contact. Aaron Burrow is back. Give him a chance to try to recover. And Lastra is doing just fine. I am doing just fine. I'm almost back to full recovery now. And we've got more descending coming, so those guys will recover as well. Aaron Burrow, I'm not sure if he'll fully recover. Lastra should. We speed it up now. Times 4 speed, 34 riders in the peloton. That one chase guy has closed the gap a little bit, but you can see it's way too big of a gap for him and way too big of group, time for the chase group. A2 there, those 15 riders, 3 minutes behind. They will not make that up. So this really is it. 34 riders to shoot out. That's already putting me in a good position. I've got 2 support riders to lead me out through it. I will sprint train that one and use them up in preparation, getting me up the hill instead of just doing the typical protect. That way, because of the length, I could just ride them hard, and that could get me through to the end with a decent hills rating and 80, and them covering off the resistance part for me. I could definitely compete for a top 5 or so on the stage and hopefully not lose any time. I think as short as it is, we could have a group of 8 or 10 riders left going for the end there. You can see the gaps to the 2 groups behind, and they won't cover it. They've cut back the lead a bit, but at a minute 40 with just 7K left, they're not coming back. Well, let's get ourselves ready for the finale here now. Just 6K to go, and we still haven't even hit it yet. So it's even shorter than I thought. I need to form this up now, though. We're definitely going to form up hard, preparing 99. Lastra did a bit better, so we'll put him in front. I don't know these 2 riders very well, but Lastra, everybody fully recovered. Aaron Burrow, I figured might not fully recover, but there he is. And at 5.8K to go, they need to start pushing on. So Aaron Burrow, Lastra, we're already in a good position, the 3 of us are. I will use my gel soon.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Let's go ahead and go now with the gel. Come on, Aaron Burrow. There you go. Brings us to the front just before the climb. And we'll use him up here first. It's already down to 2.5K. 2K. .5. Okay. His job is done. Lastra. Go, go, go. 800 meters. 700 meters. 400 meters.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves.
Oh, come on. Come on. It's full song on my... No. That is Thomas. Oh, it is full song. Thomas on my left. Ah! Stage win! Stage victory. Yes. Full song takes second. Thomas was on my left. In third, Conrad fourth. Lutsenko, Landa, De La Cruz, Lopez, Soler, Ciccone are the top 10. Micah, Alaphilippe. This was totally his kind of stage. Tolhook, Formulo, Izagirre, Wellens, Gessing, Port. That is nothing but big names, up and down. There is the now late Bjorg Lambrecht in 20th. Who just passed away, if you haven't heard. Died after a crash in the Tour of Poland last week in real life. Great job by Lastra and Aaron Burrow putting me in the perfect position. Excellent lead out from those guys. And I pick up my first victory of the season in the second stage, the first race of the season. Short climb like that is good for a weak resistance like mine. The race day condition really making the difference on that one, but also that level up. Without that level up, I would not have been in the position I was in. That resistance going a couple points higher, the stamina going a little higher, the mountains and hills both going higher. Of course, my time trial and prologue as well, so I'm going to start being more effective as a stage racer this season. I pick up a 10-second bonus. That's big. And I should be in the race lead at the moment.
And here are the key moments of the race.
Yep, jersey and the stage. There it is, full song in second, Thomas third. Jan Izagirre picked up some time somewhere. Nicholas Egg, Antonio Pedrero also picking up some time somewhere along the way. There's Alaphilippe, Conrad. And yeah, look at that. 38 seconds. So Lastra and Aaron Burrow both lost a little bit of time coming in. Frele, Ede, Villela, Rodriguez, Arguillo, Thomas DeGent losing time. Sebastian Hanau. It's not Sergio, but it is Sebastian. Sebastian figured he would have stayed up there. Guerrero could have stayed up there. But there you go. We're down to 28 riders still in contention. But with that 10-second bonus, I'm in a really good place right now. Tied with sprint points. I should be on top. Mountain, yeah, I get 6 points to the top there. 10 for the climb previous. So I actually have the mountain climbers as well. And the under 25s at the moment. I'm not going to hang on to all of those, but hell yeah, that was awesome. Great evaluation. We pick up 33 points, and the boss loves me now. We just started our career with the team. 2 stages still to go. And we've got the real climbing one. Well, this one, actually, stage 3 is not going to be a very big deal either. So this is Julian Alaphilippe type hill stage here. I think at this point, as long as we don't have a nasty negative race day condition, I don't know how that's not going to result in a +1. The recovery, the outstanding performance in the general classification, the preparation with the fitness level. We should definitely have something, right? Something along the lines of a positive race day condition for this one. But these last 3 climbs plus the finish, that's where most of the action will take place. But there could be some action in the middle, so we could possibly come back early depending on the pace. A lot of undulation on this stage. If it's anything like the last one, I think the peloton will already be shattering by this point. I plan on going at a high rate of speed here for a while, but we're still in the early stages of this stage number 3, this hills stage, and yet the damage is already being done. There's already quite a few riders off the back. It's not from crashes or anything like that. It is the pace, it is the intensity, and just moments ago before this descent, quite a few of the riders on my team were on the edge, on the verge, about to get dropped. So we hit a category 4 climb at the moment. There are 6 riders in the break. They've got a pretty healthy lead at 4 minutes. Now my team, right, I'm in the race lead. My team needs to be working on the front to pull it back. Okay, that brings the team to the front. This is where I want them. This is about the best setup I can hope for right now. 3 stronger climbers, 3 riders protecting us. Use them up first, and then I'll reposition Aaron Burrow and Lastra to protect me once the other guys are exhausted. It's a longer climb. We're going to need some stronger strategy. Now, 2 riders left off the front. They have 40 seconds. They'll be reeled in pretty quickly. There they are, Navarra and Terpstra. Terpstra, I think, might have that mountain climbers jersey thing going on now. But Aaron Burrow, 83, not enough. Up your pace, 86, 88. Don't use up too much energy. They're pretty much holding position there. I need to up a little bit as well. It's okay if you're blinking red a little bit as long as you're holding position, because it's using up. Aberasturi just about used up. He'll be done here in a moment. He's still giving a little bit of protection to Lastra, though. His yellow bar is about to be gone, though, so he's really going to drop down. There it is. Bam. Look at that. Red bar, no acceleration, but it's when that yellow bar goes that you're really, really done. We're down to a 77 riders here in the peloton. We're about halfway up the first climb. It's the biggest climb, so good news here is we can just set him back to auto as he goes out the back. 73 riders. Lastra hanging on. Okay, how are we doing? Aberasturi just went out the back. Restrepo's about to be done. He's protecting me, so we'll give him that little bit longer. And then there you go. There's the drop. Okay. And Beck is done already as well. So Beck, set you to auto. Restrepo, I think you're already on auto, but we've got Aaron Burrow hanging on for a little bit longer. Let's put him. He's right there, right off my wheel anyway. So he'll take over duties on protecting me. And I'm actually not doing terribly well either. This is all down to that low resistance. I'm climbing just fine, but low resistance, even if you're a good climber, it's still going to do damage. Aaron Burrow's done. Lastra. He's clearly got better resistance than I have, otherwise he would have faded by now. Because I'm sure climbing-wise he's struggling a bit with the pace. I'm doing a lot better with the pace. 32 riders are all that is left. I'll get a little bit of recovery here, but Lastra now fading. Put you on maintain. Try to get over the top if you could and recover. He is starting to. I just make it over the top of the big climb of the day. The recovery is going to be minimal here, but I'm starting to recover some. That's good. I'm going to need water before the end. We still have 37k to go. Lastra, I'd love for you to still be in. He's just getting a little bit of recovery. We've got 26 riders. Aaron Burrow is in that group behind a minute and a half back. Breakaway long since caught. And we're about to start going up again. I don't think Lastra's going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it if I don't get some help here, though. So maybe I need to put him back up. Go ahead and get some water and try to come forward. He's got the water quickly. Can he get up there before we really start climbing? Just a little section. We've got a false flat here for a little bit, and there he is. Okay, you got the water. That's good. And come up and protect, because I'm not doing so well. I am not doing so well. This is all down to that low resistance score. It's not my climbing ability. Pace was pretty hot, but not that bad. It was just the length of the climb and a low resistance. So we'll see. Lastra can help me out for a little while here. How far do we have to go to the top? 4K. I can make it 4K, can't I? I don't want to use... My gel's not going to kick in soon enough. It's going to take about 3K for that to kick in, but maybe I need it now. I do. I need it now. I need it now. I can recover. I can recover on the descent. I just need to be with the group or get back to the group. I need Lastra to stay with me, though. Oh, the pace came down. The pace came down. Thank you. Thank you. 2K to go to the top. Might even try to get after those points. There we go. Gel kicked in. If anything, I've got to go for those points now. No, I don't. No, I don't. Just take it easy. Take it easy. 1K. There's the top. I'm doing fine now. No points. Oh, I'm only 2 points shy of Jan Izagirre at this point, too. I did pick up some points on that, I think. Alright. Lower that. There we go. Recovery. Nice long recovery here. 26 riders. Let's go ahead and go to the aerial view. In the group. In the group. We will definitely have some big names still here. Gorko was dropped. 3 teammates there. Micah has been dropped. Tollhook has been dropped. Chirico has been dropped. Guerrero. Casper Asgreen. Well out the back. The other big names are all here. Fulsang, Lopez, Thomas, Landa, Formulo, Alaphilippe, Soler, Port, Wellens, De La Cruz. Alaphilippe, probably my favorite at this point, I would think, especially with the recovery possible now. He'll get up that Category 3, no problem. And then that final finish suits him more than anybody else. 4 riders got dropped. How did that happen? Okay, they remade contact. Not good descenders, apparently. Okay, Lastra and I have both recovered. This is better territory for him to still protect, I think, on the first part. If he gets over the top of the first part, then we'll sprint train the final attack. I've already used my gel just to make sure I stay in the group, and that was good. I think that was very useful at that point. Alright, here we go. 9.3 kilometers. We have 4K to go to the top. I'm ready to up the effort if need be. There's, Alaphilippe in the number 1. Let's get an eye on him because he's the one who could really go off and make something happen. Frele, there's Thomas. Fulsang. Lutsenko? Sure. There we go. So Lutsenko looking about as good as I am. Thomas looking strong. Thomas looking the strongest. Full song, he's about the same as I am. And Alaphilippe looking strong too. So Alaphilippe and Thomas. And you got to figure with an acceleration of 81, sprint 73, and a hills of 84, Alaphilippe is looking like he could easily take this one, pick up the 10 seconds, and maybe even go off to win this race with the time bonus. So 7K to go, 1.8 towards the top. Let's start upping the effort here. A 90, we need to make sure we're near the front so we do not get dropped. We are 1K to the top. Lastra, he's still got his yellow bar. He's okay.
Only 5 kilometers left.
All right. Good. All right, let's switch this up now. Maintain position. I thought there could be an attack there. There was not. Lastra. It's going to be downhill. We'll let him recover just a little bit here. Before the bottom, though, he's got to accelerate, and that's got to be now. 3K. Here we go, Lastra. Good. Get us to the front. All right. It's 1.9K to go. And he is done with 1K to go, and I'm definitely not getting dropped. That's the really good news. We'll go 97 here initially. Effort up, and sprint to the end. That'll get me into a top 10-ish. It's there on the right. Ciccone or Wellens. Tim Wellens there in the middle. Ciccone takes second. Lopez third. Geraint Thomas, Formolo. Now, how were those guys on time before? I remember seeing them up there. They were definitely not getting any time bonuses. They'll be up there with me. Count back, I got 11th on this stage. So we'll see. Am I still on top? No time losses. That's really good news. Somehow, Alaphilippe only 8th. What the heck happened there? Because he easily could have won that. No time bonus for Thomas either. My top 15 definitely secured after that. Definitely. Top 15. So the rest of the riders come in. So, top 15, no problem. Top 5, probably no problem. But we'll see. Am I level on time with Wellens? I think I might be. So am I still top 2? Can't say for certain. Okay, big crash here. Speed time back up. Stage 4 is a sprint stage. So unless Alaphilippe steals time in the sprint stage, which he's certainly capable of with the right team effort. Ooh, count back. I'm still ahead of Tim Wellens. And we are on same time. Ciccone and Fuglsang, 3rd and 4th. Thomas and Lopez, 5th and 6th. Jan Izaguirre, Nicholas Egg, Pedrero, and then Alaphilippe leads the count back on those 10 seconds down. That group is down to 21 riders. In terms of the sprint, Alaphilippe could potentially, I doubt he could win it. I figured he could steal maybe like 3rd place or something, but he doesn't have any time bonuses. So, are we looking at a possible race victory? Holy cow. I could definitely beat Wellens in the sprint because he's not a sprinter. I doubt he'll go for it. He won't get a train. I could get a train. I could finish ahead of Wellens in that next stage just with team sport, with strategy. he will not have some sort of team sprint where they're trying to get the count back ahead of me. Ciccone, Fulsang, Thomas, Lopez, none of these guys are going to win a sprint. And they'll all have that similar situation. Egg and Petrero aren't showing, but they're not sprinters. So, I've got a real shot here. Real shot. Now, I'm out of time for the episode, but there's only one stage to go, and it's a sprint. So, I'm going to skip straight to the final few kilometers, and we'll see if we can hang on and take the overall race victory. Final 5 kilometers. The breakaway is still just ahead of us, and Nicky Terpstra, sneaky little guy, won the only climb of the day, which was worth 6 points. He was 5 points behind, so he ends up taking the mountain climbers jersey by a single point by being in every single break, every single stage of this race, and really was uncontested on that sprint as I watched to the top as he claimed it. So with 5K to go, I'm going to go ahead and use my gel. I do have a sprint train, except that Aaron Burrow, Aberasturi, and then where is Restrepo? Well, Restrepo's offline a little bit, so he needs to get himself up here and give us the lead out we need. It's down to one rider, and oh, look who it is. It's Terpstra again. Let's go ahead and go 99 as we are now into the final stretch. 4K to go. My lead out guys, though, are all a little bit on the weak side. There we go. Astra to the end. Aaron Burrow now. 3K to go. Oh, he is not a sprinter, is he? Okay. Aberasturi, thank you. Do I want to sprint now? It's 2K, 2 riders. Yeah, let's do it. Give me your sprint. Show me what you got. 1.4K. There you go. Restrepo's only going to last a few moments, and oh my goodness, I'm not a sprinter. I'm out of it already, but we're just trying to... Oh gosh. Just trying to not be beat by Wellens. So get up there. Get up there. There's actually 13 riders off the front here, so as long as Alaphilippe takes a win, Philipsen takes second, Ernesto Del Mar. So Alaphilippe got his 10 seconds. That could actually put him into the race win. Are you kidding me? He did it. Alaphilippe did it. I think Alaphilippe just won this race overall. He was 10 seconds down. That was the time he needed. Wellens is nowhere near his 17th. He was actually off the back. He was behind the split. Maybe. I've got Wellens beat, but Alaphilippe and his 10-second time bonus with countback, I wouldn't be surprised if Alaphilippe ends up winning the race overall and I end up in second. Regardless, a top 15 and a second is fantastic. I'm not a sprinter, so I'm never going to beat Alaphilippe, who I thought was going to win the last stage and take the overall anyway, and then shockingly was only 8th. I think Alaphilippe's got this race won. I think he does. I think he stole it from me on the final day on a sprint stage.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
I think he's got it. Here he comes. That's him right there. Look at that. Comes off the back wheel and bam, there's a sprinter for you. He's not a sprinter, but dang it, he is a freaking hell of a rider. It was so impressive what he did at the Tour de France. I think he took the overall. He did. With the countback. He had better race stage finishes, stage by stage on the 4 stages, because he's capable as a sprinter. So Alaphilippe wins the race. I take second. Velin's third. Ciccone, Fuglsang, Thomas, Lopez. Regardless, that was a great result for me. Great result. Sprint, Alaphilippe takes that jersey. I led all of them entering the day, by the way. Terpstra stole the mountain climber jersey from me. I do win the under 25s and take second overall, and as a team, we take fifth. That is a fantastic first result of the season. It is exceptional. It's worth 81 points. So close, though, to taking the overall. In the end, that ends up being disappointing to not have it. But last season, I managed 149 points total in Super Prestige. Right now, I lead the Continental rankings after that first race, and it's the 3rd of February. I mean, there's already been other races. This was not the first race of the season. And I have 133 points. I had 149 all last season. 16 points shy of where I was after just one race. And that's 11th in the Super Prestige. There's Alaphilippe, who stole that one from me. He's at 142. I at least do get my first victory as well. But still, that is crazy that we are already at 26 points at the end of the first race of the season. 26 points as in gaming decathlon. That is this divided by 5. So 133 points, just shy of where we were last season. I like that. I really like that. It's a sign of what's to come. I'm a little nervous about being in a team that's now, if it's Antwerp, right? If we're now a Belgian team, we're going to be picking up some more cobbled races, and I definitely saw some. But there's definitely more stage races than the other team had. So a calendar that suits me much better than last season. I have a feeling, though, that I'm going to go with a one-and-done kind of strategy and move on to the World Tour next season, even if I'm not there yet. But at a 76 already and a whole year to go, and I'm already mostly halfway to level 11, though the next level is only a skill point. Still, what a start to the season. Could have been that much more if Alaphilippe did not pull a wonder finish on that one. I did say, I was like, he could definitely sprint. He could sprint to the top 10. He could sprint maybe to the top 3. No way he's going to win. Well, he won. Not sure why he didn't do it on stage 3 when he was certainly capable, but stage 4, pulled that one out of somewhere. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record.